Hey everybody, John with Vynyly here, and welcome to another 5 on Friday. Why I did this when I meant this, I don't know. Anyway, today we are talking about this band's 7th album. And it's hard to believe that this was the 7th album for the band Whitesnake. This is Whitesnake's Whitesnake in North America. In other places it was called 1987. In Japan it was called Serpens Albus, which means Whitesnake in Latin. Anyway, casual fans would be hopefully forgiven for thinking that this might have been the first album by the band Whitesnake, because these are the songs that a lot of people first heard on the radio, and they watched the videos on MTV, which were huge. I mean, check out this track list. We've got the album opener, Crying in the Rain. Huge hit. When you're crying in the rain. Bad Boys. Bad Boys. Running under moonlight. Still of the Night. Another huge hit. In the still of the night. In the still of the night. Here I Go Again. Another big hit. Here I go again on my own. Going down. Side 2 starts out with Give Me All Your Love. So give me all your love tonight. Give me all your... Is This Love? Big, huge ballad for Whitesnake. Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love? Children of the Night. Are you ready to rock? Children of the Night. Straight for the Heart. I'm going straight for the heart. Gonna drive you crazy. And Don't Turn Away. Don't turn away before the night is over. This album is just loaded with big songs. So today, we're going to talk about 5 things that maybe you know, maybe you don't, but I like to say 5 things you may not know about the 7th album by Whitesnake, Whitesnake. Here we go. Number 1. You'll notice that there are no pictures of the band on the cover, not the front cover, not the back cover, not the inside sleeves. And according to David Coverdale, this was done intentionally because they wanted this album to be kind of almost a relaunching of the band, a new direction, and they did not want pictures of the band on the cover, I guess for that reason. Although I think it may potentially tie into reason number 3, which I'll get to in a minute. Number 2, let's talk about the song Here I Go Again. There's a lot to unpack here. It was a huge hit for Whitesnake in 87, but it was originally released on the album Saints and Sinners, another Whitesnake album, in 82. And the lyric was, although Coverdale had originally written it as Like a Drifter I Was Born to Walk Alone, he changed it to Hobo, like a hobo I was born to walk alone, in the 82 version, because he thought he had mentioned Drifter too many other times in other songs. Like a hobo I was born to walk alone. So when they recorded the song again in 87, they changed that lyric back to Drifter. Now, the original 82 version is much bluesier and more of a roots rock feel to it, I think. And the 87 version is much more polished and radio-friendly, you might say. Now, John Sykes played on the 87 album version, but he did not play the solo. The solo was performed by Adrian Vandenberg. So, I guess Sykes didn't really like to play blues very much, and this is still a very bluesy song. Even the 87 version is still very bluesy. So they got Adrian Vandenberg to play the solo on that. Now there's a third version of the song, which is the radio edit, and that had even other musicians. Personally, I think I like the 87 album version the best, but you can listen to all 3 and judge for yourself, I guess. Number 3. So there had been a lot of tension between Coverdale and the rest of the band during the recording of this album. And at some point, it just got to the breaking point. And it's a real shame because Coverdale and Sykes wrote some really, really good stuff together. But it got to the breaking point, and Coverdale let all of the guys go. Now, the album had been recorded, mostly recorded, but he had to he had to recruit new musicians for the tour and for videos for MTV, right? So the new bunch of guys were, well, let me tell you the original band first. Coverdale on vocals, John Sykes on guitar, Neil Murray on bass, and Ainsley Dunbar on drums. So once those guys were fired, Coverdale brought in Adrian Vandenberg again, rhythm guitarist Vivian Campbell, bassist Rudy Sarzo, and drummer Tommy Aldrich. And those are the ones that people saw in the videos on MTV, along with Tawny Katane, of course. But that's why people probably thought, based on MTV videos, that those were the guys on the record, but they were not, except for Vandenberg, as we just mentioned. Number 4. So the song Is This Love, which is considered by many to be one of the top power ballads of all time, was originally written for Tina Turner. Coverdale and Sykes started writing it with Tina Turner in mind, and when they got it done, they played it for David Geffen, and they still had Tina Turner in mind, but Geffen said, no way, you guys are keeping this song because it is a hit. And guess who was right? David Geffen was right. Number 5. Coverdale and Sykes wrote a song called Looking for Love, which David Coverdale says is the best song they ever wrote together. He wanted it included in the track listing for the North American version of the record. But A&R rep John Kalodner decided that he liked Children of the Night better. And Children of the Night is great in its own way. Even Coverdale says it is a great kind of a concert opener. But he still wanted Looking for Love on the record. Kalodner said no, he wanted Children of the Night, and that's how Children of the Night ended up on the North American version. But Looking for Love is on the international version in Europe and Bulgaria. And that's it for another 5 on Friday. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. It's free. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. And I don't bug you that much. I release these videos. You'll get notified if you hit the little bell thing to be notified. Maybe next time I'm going to do your favorite album. Or maybe I've already done your favorite album and you just need to go to the back catalog and check it out. You never know what you're going to get here at Vynyly. But with 5 on Friday, you do. Your favorite music. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching again. Have a great day. This is a great pitch.